50, 45, there goes Davis. Oh my God! Davis is going to run it all the way back. Auburn's going to win the football game. Auburn's going to win the football game. He ran the missed field goal back. He ran it back 109 yards. They're not going to keep him off the field tonight. Holy cow! Oh my God! Auburn wins. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl. Auburn has won the Iron Bowl in the most unbelievable fashion you will ever see.
Oh, welcome in, everybody, to a brand new edition of the Dream Wager, episode 684. Today is Sunday, June the 28th. The year is 2026. Okay, we're going to have triple digits, 100 all week this week.
When it's 90 before 8 a.m., you know it's bad.
Yeah, it was humid out. It's one thing if it's hot, but when it's humid and sticky, that's no-go. I have your Vivas. I'm going to send this one. And I also have, I'm going to give you a half of one with two.
A little mix.
Jalapeno and limoncello.
How you doing?
Yeah, I got that. I'm going to send that out tomorrow.
Shout out, Viva.
You know what I cannot stand, no matter what I eat, whether it's healthy, whether it's spicy, whether it's greasy, acid reflux.
You gotta just get medicine, bro.
Bad. The Tums don't work.
That's what I mean. You gotta go get there's prescriptions, like a doctor would give you one for an advanced state, because some of us have different levels of acid, you know what I mean? So that's what you gotta be doing. You gotta always be fighting a good fight, you know what I mean?
Yeah, there's this commercial that's like very catchy about acid reflux.
Upset stomach,
diarrhea, Pepto-Bismol. I don't know. It was one of those jingles that was really funny, but I do have to look into something. Fucking getting heartburn like a motherfucker. People were telling me can't lay down immediately after eating. That's bad too.
Yeah, it's just, I think something to it is like you can't let it keep, coming up on you. You gotta, that's what I'm saying, like go get some medicine for it, because they say it can lead to like certain problems, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm just allowing it to continue. You gotta nip it in the butt, right?
Yeah. But, I mean, we're all guilty of letting things continue, unfortunately. Yeah. We all have vices and stuff like that. We're all only human. It's our own fault for getting free will.
We had a really good weekend. We're gonna talk some FIFA. We got some baseball as well. Saturday, I mean, it all started with 2-1 Croatia getting the late goal to win 2-1. I thought we were gonna get the draw, kid, in that game.
Yeah, I mean, they were fighting for first place, and you know how England responded on the other end. They just needed to take care of business. I had Croatia winning the group, so that did not happen. So like I saw that as an outcome for them, wanting to get the win, wanting to win the group, better seeding to get on that side of the bracket, because we look at the two sides of the brackets, one is certainly stronger than the other.
Yeah, and you mentioned England wins 2-0. There were so many opportunities to score in the first half, and they did not. So my ticket to win both halves out the door. Jude Bellingham does score. Harry Kane scores in the 67th minute. He is the all-time leading scorer in the World Cup for England. Surprised or no? All time.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I do know? I know that Colombia should have won the game yesterday. Now, I know they win their group and they advance regardless, but man, if he had a size 9.5 or a 9, shout out the ref for hitting that real time, though.
I don't know. That, like I said, that's not real time. That's not them catching that. That's like also physically impossible. I don't think they have that type of eyesight. No matter if you're the greatest referee in the world, that's just not humanly possible.
You don't believe he caught that real time.
He didn't. What happens is VAR has an automatic AI response in their ear to let them be warned if there's an offsides or not.
Immediately?
So yeah, the system alerts them. Sometimes that's why you see the flag go up a little bit late. Like, you know what I'm saying?
But
like,
this wasn't late. This was immediate, bro. He knew.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. I think it's not that he knew. He made the call. It's like on a base path now in baseball. The call is made, and we now look at the review. And what does the review say? Oh, he was wrong. But
this one just happened to be right.
It happened to be right. Thank you.
But it's insane. I mean, what a game, though. Back and forth. Colombia kind of just the last 10, 15 minutes, it was a good game, but they kind of sat on their heels and kind of were playing to a draw. But regardless, they do both advance. We get there with the Congo of DR. We get there on the money line. They win 3-1.
I wanted to make that comparison. It's funny you said that, they went to the draw there. They were fighting. I feel like though they were fighting, you could see it. The play came to a halt, kind of. It's like they made that agreement, that silent agreement. We thought that, what was it? It was Iran and Austria made that silent agreement, but 2 goals from both teams in stoppage time, and then
they both get in the stoppage to eliminate Iran is crazy. I thought that was the craziest game yesterday.
Yeah,
it was.
That's bad luck for them. I think, and it got 3 goals called back.
Yeah, 3 of them.
Group stage.
Yeah, crazy. Messi sets another world record. He's insane. He scored another goal. They win 3-1. That one, they were undefeated. I mean, they were so good. And now in the round of 32, we did have a game today. Who started the game? Not the best game. Tomorrow games are going to be amazing, but Canada, South Africa.
All the fun's done, all the fun's gone. Now it's win or go home.
And we did get there with Canada on the money line late in the game too, but we get there with the money line minus 130. Tough one for South Africa because I thought they played pretty well.
They did good. No Bafana. I did think he made contact with the ball before touching the player. That one that wasn't called for a penalty. A ref didn't let them play.
The ref let him play. It was a bang call. Yeah, I had no problem with it.
As we talked about, like basketball back in the day, soccer also was a different sport back in the day. The pitches were a lot different. They let them play in mud and like bad conditions, and the game was a lot more physical.
Yeah.
Now a lot gets called. So, it's nice to see the ref kind of let them go and let some physical and some hard play occur.
Yeah, so now Canada, they did win, so they are into the round of 16. We have Germany taking on Paraguay. We have France, Sweden, Netherlands, Morocco, Portugal, Croatia, Spain, and Austria, USA versus Bosnia. We have Belgium versus Senegal, Brazil, Japan, Ivory Coast, Norway. That is a very fun match. Mexico, Ecuador, Congo versus England, Argentina versus Cape Verde. Hey, congratulations, Cape Verde. You get Argentina.
All they need is the goalkeeper to stand on his head again. Yeah. Like he's been doing all tournament.
If they upset Argentina, bro.
Scenes
in Cape Verde. We got Australia taking on Egypt, Switzerland and Algeria, and then the last game is Colombia taking on Ghana. So should be a really good week of round of 32 play, so I cannot wait for that. We did have some NBA news here that broke this morning. We were talking about the Charlotte Hornets and having a pretty decent rotation regardless of the departure of LaMelo Ball. They make another move. They said Miles Bridges to the Phoenix Suns and a 2027 second round pick for Grayson Allen, Royce O'Neal, and a 2033 first round pick. No more Miles Bridge. And, the Suns, they get a nice power forward and Mikal Bridges, who's pretty good, I think. Yeah.
We got Mikal.
What did I say? Mikal Bridges?
You said Mikal Bridges.
It's Miles Bridges. Yeah, we got Mikal.
Brother, right?
What happened?
It's his brother, right?
No, I don't think so.
You sure?
About 99% sure. But yeah, they do get the Suns get a pretty good player, and Charlotte picks up, I think, in Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal, 2 guys who play both sides of the court, which is good as well. Thoughts on the trade, though?
Honestly, I'm liking the moves that Charlotte's making, unloading on the players that aren't really going to cooperate well together. I think they're trying to play like a unit, and they're letting like the egos walk out the door. That's what I kind of see. I think the Suns gave away a little bit that they didn't necessarily have to make this move. I guess you get a little bit of depth in at the swing, guard position, a guy who can also play forward a little bit. But I'm just liking what the Hornets are doing. So I'm actually more in favor of what the Hornets got. Like I said, just building around the young core. You got some money to spend. let's see if they can make it a destination. If they can do winning without, some of the names, why not? Why wouldn't someone take a big max contract with them, sign with them, especially if they can, get a couple good picks together. Maybe if some of the picks they got also turn out to be good players. So
yeah, and Charlotte, those two guys also, let's not forget, Grayson Allen and Royce O'Neal are playoff tested role players as well. So they do have experience when they get into the play-in or the playoffs, Charlotte. So I think it's a win-win for both sides. Suns, they get an all-star in Miles Bridges
I'm
as
seeing
well.
rankings like, honestly, they're not giving the Suns that good. I'm seeing C's, I'm seeing D's and D minuses.
Wow, really?
People are not a fan of the trade for the Suns. People like what the Hornets are doing.
I agree. Dumping all these contracts and they want to get younger too. That's the thing. So yeah, I have no problem with what they're doing as well. Other than
Shout
that,
out the NBA for stealing headlines right now. Post draft, we're kind of in the midst of the World Cup. Heading into 2 days, right? So
yeah, coming up very soon. Did you see the NHL draft?
Yeah, they had that shocker. It was the Rangers, right? Got that like trade mid draft.
Pavel from the Knights.
He was up on the like talking to them with the hat on. I mean, you saw that a lot in the NBA, right? So everyone that got drafted, it's like, oh, you're not on that team. Actually, you didn't see that in many other drafts, but you did see it on that one occasion.
Yeah, the Devils, they got this the Swedish kid in round 1. It was the 12th overall pick, Alexander Command. He's a forward. He's 18 years old, but he plays both sides. He needs to get a little stronger, they said, but pretty good. We got a Finnish guy as well. We'll see. We got 2 Russians, a Latvian, and 2 Americans. We got a goalie in the 5th round. Couple forwards. I got a defenseman. We'll see. But honestly, I like what the Sharks are doing. The Sharks are getting young. They're getting fast.
Yeah, the Maple Leafs are A+.
Yeah, Maple Leafs had a pretty good draft. They had the number 1 pick. That kid's going to be generational. You saw Justin Bieber.
What you see with these hockey guys, right? Like, it's like the number 1 picks that come out every some odd years. They're always like you said, a 10-year starter on a team, at least. If they're not going to take the league by storm, they're at least going to be, palatable for a franchise for like 10 plus years. Someone you can sell jerseys off of, you know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%. They usually in the NHL draft, what I've seen out of the recent years, first 3 picks are starters immediately. And then the other ones, like they'll come in like mid-season or.
So you're saying the Sharks are young? So
yeah.
Greeny, right?
Yeah,
these
they're
2 guys they got
good. Yeah.
Wow.
No, they're good. They're like my dark horse for next year. It was like how the Ducks took the big step this year with Quinville.
And they got a pretty good grade as well. A lot of teams that are competing are actually getting some good players. You don't need to tank in the NHL.
No. I just really hope we get Quinn. I hope we get Connor Hollaback. He's on the market, but the message around the league is why go to Jersey? That's I'm not saying that. People are saying that.
We always tell Elvis all the time, if he's not coming over to the Knicks fandom, he got to hope that the Nets go to New Jersey again. They go back to Jersey because that's the answer to that question is why go to Jersey? It's because you could probably save your franchise.
Yeah, 100%. Thoughts on the Bills? They made their new stadium, right? It's beautiful, and
is it? No.
They have all like the legends, kind of like how MetLife has all the legends of like Curtis Martin. Shout out R.I.P. Nick. What happened?
Who paid for it? All the taxpayers. Public funding, private profit. Go ahead.
Probably private. It's whoever owns the stadium. What's the new name?
It was. I was joking about it, but no. I mean, the answer is, the taxpayers paid for that stadium, but the profit will go to the owner. That's why it's called public funding, private profit.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, it's brilliant. We should do that sometime. We need to fund the podcast.
Highmark. So.
Okay. Yeah, Highmark Stadium, right? That's what they're calling it.
Yeah.
It's still open, right, to the elements? It's not a dome, right? It's not enclosed.
No, I don't believe so. It kind of it's like it looks like a football, like a soccer one.
Yeah,
It's not closed per se.
it's got like the canopy. It's like a canopy stadium.
Yeah, I don't know what that is, but yeah.
It's Miami Stadium, right? Like the center of the field's exposed still.
Yes, correct. And then the
Yeah,
outskirts are like
something-
kind of caved in a little bit, correct. Yeah.
I think that's like a canopy stadium. Maybe that's. I guess I just hope it holds up to the elements, right? But that's also why people were like saying like, don't build a dome up there. It's like you go to Minnesota, and I guess the winters are so harsh up there that you have to do. That's all they've had is indoor stadiums. But man, that could be an edge. Like if you go to Buffalo, it's an edge if you play in those type of environments. These teams have practiced there all that time. And look, hey, it takes even the city around it, the city of Buffalo, to get out, wake up, and shovel to get the players into the game, into the
Hopefully
stadium.
they don't have to shovel too much this time.
At that
Highmark
point,
is one of the largest nonprofit health organizations in the United States. Operates as an independent license of like the Blue Cross Blue Shield. So they put up to $2 billion just so they have the name.
I think you're mistaken.
So do you think that the taxes rose in East Rutherford for MetLife, or do you think the company MetLife put up the money for the stadium?
Yeah, I think you look at the majority of stadiums, I bet you there's a good percentage that all of it was funded by the taxpayers.
See, in MetLife, when it was built, MetLife put up, I think, a third of the cost, and then the other half or a quarter of it was put up equally by the Giants and the Jets. So when you get a new stadium, as an owner, you're asked to put up some of the cost of the new stadium.
Yeah, no, you have to.
Yeah, so
but to get MetLife, like, is there HQ in New York or is it New Jersey as well?
MetLife is in New York.
It's in New York, right? I think there's also something to it to getting those to move over there, to get those sponsors to move into certain locations around the country.
Mm-hmm.
It's like you pay me, I pay you type of situation. To get them there in the first place, they have to have some incentive, and then they give you back that with the advertisement rights of the stadium or whatever advertisement they can get put off board. So it's just like I said, it's just a part of the economy. It keeps things rolling.
I was gonna ask because they're not putting up O.J. Simpson's name. Thoughts on that?
No, you can't.
Why? Even though he's one of the best,
2,000 yards, good for him.
Yeah, I mean,
but
one of the best Bills of all time. That's just a fact. Off the field, crazy.
Yeah, but they didn't do nothing. I mean, I get it. Like, I guess with the 4 Super Bowls they ran in a row, they didn't win anything, but those guys meant a little bit more. You know what I mean? I guess than to also have not that controversy, right? Like,
what did Jim Kelly do?
No. I'm saying to not have it. Like, they lost, but they deserve to be in the Ring of Honor. You know what I mean? Like, what did OJ didn't bring home a title? He ran for 2,000 yards. He won the Heisman at USC.
Yeah.
Like, the thing is, it brings negative stigma around the organization to kind of honor a man that, like, just think about thou shalt not be named in the WWE. They were to give any type of semblance of honoring him. That's not good, right? You know what I'm talking about. Thou shalt not be named.
Yeah, Vinny Pipes.
No.
Oh, I don't know who you're talking
Chris
about.
Benoit. Okay, I had to say.
Oh,
that. Yeah, you think it's all right for them to honor him?
I think it's different because Chris Benoit really didn't accomplish a lot compared to OJ. OJ did something not a lot of people did.
Chris Benoit was more meaningful to his industry than OJ Simpson.
You could write the story of WWE without Chris Benoit.
They're trying to, but I say you can't actually.
You can't write the story of the history of the Buffalo Bills without OJ Simpson.
I think it goes deeper than that because you then have to write the story of USC and then the Kardashians if you want to go into Georgia.
Well, it has nothing to do with that. I'm talking about like the name and like his playing time in Buffalo. Like off the field, yeah, obviously he's a bad person, but what he did for the organization, I guess I'm just making the case his name should be up there.
Yeah, I guess there's an argument for specifically the company itself, but for the sport,
yeah,
I would argue for thou should not be named.
Yeah. The reason I brought that up was because a lot of people, are either upset for it, I've seen both sides, so I kind of wanted to hear what your thoughts on the whole him not being honored in like the legends of the new stadium. So,
but there's other names out there as well that we would kind of have a conversation about, and we could, it's not that we're the judge, the jury, and the executioner of this type of thing, but I mean, I guess everyone's opinion on certain situations matter. So.
Absolutely. By the way, the Queen of Violence is calling it a career. Did you see that? Ariana
Lipsky?
Lipsky, after she lost me my money yesterday.
I tells you not to.
I wish I knew she was gonna retire, because then I would have faded her against Jenna.
She wasn't going to retire. It's just that she hasn't had a win in almost
17 years.
17 years. Oh man, no, you just got to be careful with those 10-time grapple champ. You know what I mean? Like if you're dedicated to a certain sport, and you just rack up accolades, like you got to respect it.
The Celtics are asking for 4 first-round picks for Jaylen Brown.
That's for Jason Tatum. It's funny how they wouldn't move off of Jason Tatum.
Would you?
Well, did you see that whole post I made about him being a bad teammate? He comes back off injury, knocks off.
Who?
Jason Tatum coming back.
Jason Tatum being a bad teammate? Why? The
post I made.
I obviously didn't see it. Why is he a bad teammate?
Losing 3-1, have 50-win team getting eliminated like that. Basically, they said there's something to do with Jason Tatum denying JB's trades, like him actually wanting out, like him getting involved and stuff. I don't know how that's possible, but
he has a no trade clause, JB. So he has to agree wherever they decide on.
He can say,
he could say no or yes.
So it's him getting in his own way.
I think that's been the story from the get. Him losing a 3-1 lead and then going out on his stream or wherever he went and said, this was the best season ever. I don't know a lot of Celtic fans. Maybe you do, but I'd be hard pressed to imagine that Celtics fan don't want to hear that.
I'd say keep him there, man. I mean, that's good for the Knicks, man. He might be a double agent for us or something. It was the best season ever.
Yeah, it was.
Right. He's right.
Tyrese Halliburton is still a salty loser. They asked him about, did you see the New York? And he goes, yep. They go, they won a championship. And he goes, yep, good for them. He's so sick. He's mad because our tribal chief acknowledges Jalen Brunson and not him. That's really why he doesn't like him.
Storylines. You can't write this shit up.
No, you can't. So, yeah, he's still a loser. And Kevin Durant was throwing shade at the Knicks as well. He was on a podcast or a panel or a TV show. And they go, yeah, you Knicks fans better soak it all in, because it's probably going to be another 35, 50 years till you see another one. You're whack.
Yeah, KD, right?
Yeah, you're whack.
He's cornball.
Why don't you go keep jumping team to team and see he had to go to the 73-win Warrior team to win.
Yeah, man.
I'm sorry. That's a weak move, right?
No, who are we to kind of look down on them? But we, as
I'm a champion.
Yeah, whatever you want to define us as, even if as pundits, right? And I said we're all allowed to have opinions. I mean, we weigh careers against one another. You're right. His don't weigh that much. Elvis will come and be like, "Yo, KD's probably the most feared guy. Scoring over 30." Don't get me wrong. Yes, don't get me wrong. You might want to pick KD up in a game or blacktop or all that stuff.
Blacktop is crazy.
But I'm not taking KD to lead me to a chip.
No. So he needed Steph. He needed Draymond. He needed Clay.
He needed a culture that won, and I think that's also the case. A lot of times players don't have that. Like LeBron, kind of came up on his own, took the Cleveland that didn't have any development throughout all these years to the NBA Finals. Like we said, that him going to Miami was his college years, right? In a sense. So it's I guess different players need different, timetables and different paths to learn. So that's just the way he went.
You think LeBron resigns with the Lakers because they're saying they haven't offered him a contract yet?
You know, it's just as we talked about the movement of players. I don't see him fitting anywhere else. Like I don't see him going back to Cleveland. Like where would he fit in that with James Harden and Donovan Mitchell? Is James Harden going to go to LA and be with Luka? Like I don't see that. Like you know what I mean? Like is that something that they would do? You know, and if you're LeBron James, wouldn't you say I would? Is it a free agent? He's a free agent?
Restricted, so they get to match it.
Okay, so they wouldn't have to trade anything or get rid of
No.
If he were to go to Cleveland, I think he would probably want to team up with James Harden and Donovan Mitchell, but I just still don't see that team. You know, what's for LeBron's brand at this time of his career? It was LA or New York. I hate to say, I did see like New York, like like I said, for New York to add a player without subtracting anything, I think would be good. Like if you get a plus Giannis, a plus whatever, a plus LeBron would be crazy. I just don't see him fitting in with that team. I don't see him going back to Cleveland. Miami obviously just got Giannis. He ain't going there. Nothing else makes sense. I don't see LeBron in any other market but the LA market. He ain't going to the Clippers. Trust me.
Yeah. And his whole life is there at this point. You know, he's been there the longest. You know, he wants to be in movies and whatnot. And I just think, yes, they didn't offer him anything, but they're eventually going to get to a deal. And I agree. I think he stays. What's interesting is you did mention Giannis. I do think Miami is interesting. Maybe go back to Miami for like a year or two. Like, fuck it. That would be awful for the Knicks, though. I do not want that.
Yeah, man.
I do not want that.
Were they trying to make any moves again, Miami, at all?
They're trying to. I read a report today that they are going to get rid of Nicholas Batum because he's going to get paid somewhere, but they want to add a sharpshooter, kind of like a Landry Shamet.
Kind of like a Tyler Hero.
No, he's home.
He's
from Wisconsin. He's from Milwaukee. Yeah, he's from Milwaukee. He was the #1 kid in the state in high school.
That lineup is kind of comedy, though.
Yeah, they're trying to move off of Kyle Kuzma now too. It's fucking hilarious. So yeah, I think I don't want Landry Shamet to leave. I want everyone.
Leaving. I thought he's Alvarado who resigned.
Alvarado he signed.
We're hoping to keep Shamet. They got to work out something
with Mitch. Those are the two guys.
You just want to keep it together, but I feel like sometimes year over year, it's good to kind of maybe adjust a thing or there. Wow. I guess if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But if the league itself is moving around and adjusting, like we should as well, you know.
If you don't adjust with the times, you'll get left behind.
Yeah, man. So I mean, would you if it came down to it, if we had the money, and I don't know if we don't re-sign Shamet or Mitch Robinson that we would have that money, but if LeBron said I want to come to New York. We would not need to sign them to have that money, right? But would we have enough to even do so?
If we don't sign Mitch, we don't sign anybody else. We could sign him for like.
He would have to agree. He would have to take a pay cut as well.
Yeah, he have to take a pay cut.
That's the thing as well is that
at the Garden for Bron,
LA is going to have that money for him, right?
Yeah, they're going to give him 50 to 60 million a year. We can't give him that.
Bronny's there, like you said, like everything's out there. It's the only thing that makes sense is just like trying to win with them. And I'll be honest with you, I don't see it. So that's, I think, the other factor in the question is LeBron possibly moving just in case that he could win somewhere else?
Yeah, he wants to win.
As much as it's good for his brand and him not moving, I just don't see winning there. And that West is stacked, bro, around
it him. Is. It really is.
As much as we talk about how the East has improved with the movement of players and Giannis going to Miami, I still feel like the Knicks can win the East. Like we're strong in that. The West is a toss-up. It truly is.
It really is. I think it comes down to 4 or 5 teams. You know, you got Spurs, you got OKC, you got the Nuggets, you got the T-Wolves, and I would even put in the Lakers. It's like a 4 or 5 team race.
East, it's Knicks, Celtics, Miami, and what? The Denver. I mean, the Colorado. I mean, why am I saying West teams? Cleveland Cavaliers. Did you say those are the 4?
Yeah, and they would be 4, but I would only fear Boston and Miami right now. But
it's like Detroit, every time they step on their own foot, and the Sixers, I just dismiss the Sixers.
Yeah. My thing with the Pistons is I need to see it to believe it. They're a good regular season
winning
team.
The East, but they just can't win in the playoffs.
No, exactly. So same thing with the Magic. but
They're still young. As good as
yeah.
they've done and surprised a lot of us. It's funny how you keep looking at that team and it's always surprised. It's always surprised. It's not a matter of them actually being able to do it.
Yeah.
It's always like they're a dark horse.
By the way, when was the last concert you've been to?
I just was at one. Remember? I went to the Taking Back Sunday concert with a New York rock band called Bayside.
Never heard of Bayside. Are they good?
They were like emo scene type thing. I mean, they're at the House of Blues, so it was convenient, you know. Any concert's going to be around there. I'd go. No doubt.
Take It Back Sunday, great.
Yeah, it was good. It was good. It was good. I honestly thought Bayside did better. I thought
really.
I thought their sound production and everything, they sounded clearer. You can actually hear the lead singer. I think you couldn't have heard the lead singer that good for Taking Back Sunday. And I think, no offense to the guy, I think he had his struggles with addiction and stuff like that. So he's, now recovered, but he's lost some of his talent, like some of his abilities. High notes are not hard to keep as you get older. So I saw that.
Your first concert?
My first concert I ever went to was with you guys. We went down in 2014 to the Up in Smoke tour, New Era.
Chevy Woods,
Joey
Badass. Wow, that was your first concert.
That was my first concert.
So my first concert was 8th grade. I was in Atlantic City with Rob and his parents. They have timeshare down there. We're eating breakfast, and a pimp comes in, right? And I promise you, he was a pimp. He had 4 girls with him. He had a hat. He had a cane, and he's walking, right? And they sit to the table next to us, and I'm minding my own business, but I'm like low key trying to lurk. And he's
this is
back.
Young too.
Yeah. I'm not even in high school. This is like 2008, 2009. Jeez.
Yeah.
And he's mad. He goes, I got these fucking tickets. I want to go. He goes, y'all are ungrateful. He's going crazy, right? And Rob's fucking father's the best. He's right off the boat. And he goes, oh, my friend. He goes, what are you trying to see? Maybe we could take it off your hands. He goes, well, I got 4 tickets to Lady Gaga tonight, but these words I'm not going to say, don't want to go. And me and Rob looked at each other. He goes, oh, my friend, I'll take them from you. So he gave them to Rob's dad, and we went and we saw Lady Gaga. And that was like
early Lady Gaga.
Peak Lady
Gaga. This is poker face, right? Poker face,
Bad Romance. Yeah, all that.
She killed it, man.
Yeah, I'll tell you this. Very interesting crowd.
I was gonna say, I wonder the crowd.
Yeah,
for a Lady Gaga.
Oh concert. My god, a lot of drag queens and everything. It was a lot for me. Like I was like in another world. Honestly, it was a lot. And I was looking at Rob's father. He goes, "Oh, my friend, I protect you. Don't worry."
Legend, bro. Absolute legend, bro.
I've seen Drake a few times. Best concert though. Billy Joel Valentine's Day at Madison Square Garden. I was next to these 2 couples and they go, you're pretty young to be here. And I go, Billy Joel's a legend. He goes, see, that's what's wrong with society. No one your age knows of him. And I go, me and my friends know Billy fucking Joel.
Yeah, you got that right. I was gonna say, he knows like all his songs he performed when I went to see him. He just didn't do the high pitched ones. Yeah, it's hard. It's hard as you get older.
It's hard, but it was amazing, bro. Oh my god, it was at the Garden too, so it was like amazing. But the reason I brought that up was my second time only going to Homedale. I'm going to PNC Arts on Thursday.
That's a good spot, bro.
I've only been once, once, and I was at the lawn. I was on the lawn.
Are you in the pit now?
Yes, I'm in. I got second section. I'm like kind of close.
People like the security guard be like, "Yo, I sit right here. Can I go in the pit?" You know what I mean? Like,
I'm gonna try to sneak,
bro. Just get cool, whatever. Yeah, bro.
It's gonna be my first time seeing like a jam band live.
Oh, so bro, I'm pretty fucking tripping, just like hanging out, like enjoying.
And I told one of my buddies, and he was like, "Oh, who you going with?" I was like, "Dolo." Like, I just got a ticket by myself, and they were like, "Oh, that's kind of weird."
Enjoy your own.
We need to normalize doing things by yourself.
Yeah, go to the movies by yourself.
Yeah,
go
to the bar by yourself.
Yeah, like you should be able to make friends, new friends, and have experiences that are unique to your own.
100%.
Not being molded by the group. And that's what happens a lot of times. We sacrifice the individual for the sake of the group, and we shouldn't necessarily do that. The individual is beautiful. So.
Yeah, 100%. And, you grow as a person. You go out there, you talk to random, you might make a friend. Who knows?
That's right.
I could fucking talk to a wall. So I'm all good. I don't care. I do think we need in society, we need to normalize like doing stuff by yourself. It's okay.
Yeah.
At first, I wanted to go to the movies and no one wanted to go to it me. And I was like, fuck it. I'll go by myself. I had a fucking blast too.
Yeah. Get a big old bucket of popcorn.
Fucking clog my arteries. I'll take a fucking Coke.
Butter.
Yeah. So it's ridiculous. But yeah, that's what we got. Kid, let's get into these picks. But we'll take a quick break and we'll talk to you about Viva Tequila Seltzer, the most refreshing hard seltzer on the market, hands down. There's no wonder why Viva was voted #1 hard seltzer in the world by San Francisco World Spirit Competition. With only 88 calories, 0 carbs, 0 sugar, and a light 4.5 ABV. Viva is the perfect drink for your post-game celebration, as it was created with that active lifestyle in mind. We flavor tequila seltzer because flavor is the spice of life, and we like our drinks with just a kick, just like how we like our lives. Whether it's Huckleberry playing around at golf with the boys or an elderberry watching the FIFA World Cup, it doesn't matter. Our favorites pair perfectly with that Artisanal Blanco tequila for that subtle and refreshing drink. Our belief here at the Dream Wager and at Viva is to live long, live well, and live it up. All right, we are back. Let's get into these picks, kid. We will start on Monday. We got 3 games here on the docket. We'll start down south in Houston, Texas. We got a good one between Japan and Brazil. Brazil, -140 on the money line, +450 for Japan. The draw is 280 after 90 minutes, and then the total is 2.5 goals. Joe, I'll let you lead this one off.
Japan, they're playing. We talked about all tournament long so far through the group stages. They're playing like a collective unit. 11 players on that pitch and one mind. You know what I mean? Like you really see the tactics take fold, and they do have that dark horse ability to score. I really feel like at any game you put them up against a team like Brazil, who is, I think one of the more powerful teams. We wouldn't say they're top of the heap in favoritism, but I think they're up there still, and historically they're very strong. So though I like Japan and I do think they're live here, all that tactician and technical ability may not be enough for just a raw goal scoring ability that Brazil hosts. Like Vinny Jr.
He's so fucking good.
Bro, they got so many good players on there. I really also still felt that they've gotten it all together yet. This is a game against a good Japan team to do so. So if they can get right here during this most important time of the World Cup, this is a knockout stage. It's win or go home.
Yeah,
I say watch out for Brazil. So I got to take them here -145 on the money line. I don't feel comfortable laying goals because with Japan they could score and it could be a 2-1 win Brazil. I could definitely see that.
I'm torn. I do think the number is short on Brazil, but I got a ticket for Japan. They reached the round of 16. So low-key, I'm rooting for the Japs.
Yeah, you gotta have a hedge, save yourself.
But I actually, on to your point where you're like, I'd rather take a side. I actually rather take goals. I'm going to take the over 2.5. I could see a 2-1 lead.
Yeah.
I like both teams to score at +105 as well. I think the Japs have been able to score in every game. They had a tie against the Netherlands. That was really good. They won 4-0 against Tunisia. They tied 1-1 against Sweden. I know Brazil kept 2 clean sheets, but that was against Scotland, who just didn't show up for the World Cup. Against 3-0 against Haiti. But when they actually played a much better team in Morocco, they only tied 1-1. So to your point, yeah, they're figuring some things out, but they're also playing not good competition. The Japanese are really good. Their goalie's really good as well. I think
the coach, the manager, really good.
I think goals here. So I like the over 2.5. I also like both teams to score. And if I'm being honest, I am rooting for Japan. I do hope for my ticket. So that'd be nice. Let's get to the
not putting any stops for Carlo Ancelotti. Brazilian manager is fantastic as well.
Yes, both of them. Let's go to Foxborough. We got the Joeymans. They're taking on the Paraguayans. -240 for the Deutsch, 10-1 for Paraguay. The draw is +440. The total is 2.5 goals.
Alemania, as they say in my Latin American speaking countries. Germany has always been a thorn in the side for them throughout history. I think Germany falls into trouble when they actually place and face their fellow European adversaries. So, an underpowered Paraguayan team here. I'm lucky to make it to the knockout stage after how they performed. They did get that one win, but I think rather lucky. Give me Germany minus the 1.5 here. I'm scared that this could be a blowout, but I think it's a safe bet at plus 102 to take Germany minus the 1.5.
I don't mind that at all. I was gonna go over 1.5 team total for Germany, but it's at 2.5. I like over 2.5 goals here. I think they win. I like minus 1.5 at minus 105. I like them to win both halves. I don't know the number on that, but
It could be 1-0, 1-0, like a 2-0
yeah,
victory. Simple.
exactly. And I agree with you. I think Paraguay's got lucky here. They barely beat Turkey 1-0. They tied against Australia, and then they got their ass kicked against us. So I don't know. I don't think they've looked that good going up against a Germany team who's really figuring it out now. Big win against Curacao, big win against Ivory Coast, tough one against Ecuador late in the game, though, but they already advanced at that point. So, yeah, I like goals. I like over 2.5 goals. I like a minus 1.5. I don't really see Paraguay scoring. I see like a 3-0 win.
Like you said, goals in both halves for Germany, I think is a good pick.
Let's go to the last game on the Monday slate. Where is it taking place? Why would it tell me?
In Canada?
That's between Morocco and the Netherlands.
No, Guadalupe, Mexico.
That stadium's beautiful, though.
Is that in Guadalajara?
Yes.
That's the one?
Yeah, with all like the mountains in the background. It's fucking sick.
That's where the final should be.
Yeah.
Not
in the armpit of America.
In the Meadowlands.
Yeah. Plus 125 for the Dutch. The Moroccans are plus 270. The draw is 250. The total is 2.5. The under is favored in this one,
which I'm surprised with, man. I think you look at Netherlands throughout history, their ability is to score, not have as strong a defense at time to time. We have a Virgil van Dijk, though. We talk about one of the historic, defensemen, but Morocco as an African country has always done well. And look at the last World Cup. They made that push all the way to the semifinals, against Croatia. I don't doubt Morocco's capabilities. And you see as a team how far they can make it. But I also think they made it to the knockout stage with a favorable group. I think it all stops here. I think Netherlands is actually, might be historically one of their most talented teams they've ever had. We talk about the 2010 team and how close they came and the names they had there. Might not notice the names that they currently have here, but a lot of them are under 25 and they are goal scorers. So I like Netherlands. It's plus 125 here. Like I said, I feel like maybe as we like going to the well with both teams, the score was a little chalky. Like I said, don't sleep on Morocco here, but the fact that the unders is favored, I'm taking the over. I think goals are going to be scored in this one. I think it could all come down to Netherlands, but don't get me wrong, Morocco can get on the board as well. But I'm just playing it straight up, Netherlands plus 125.
I agree with you on the both teams to score. I think Morocco could get on the board. I do like the Netherlands here, though, plus 125. You saw it when they started versing lesser competition. And not to say Morocco's lesser, but they took care of Sweden very convincingly. They took care of Tunisia very convincingly, the Netherlands. I think when the offense is going, the boys are humming. And I think goals could be scored. I do think Morocco could get on. They've scored in every game, so I do think they'll be able to score. Even against Brazil, they got on the board. So I think they'll be able to get on the board. But I do think we'll see goals. I actually disagree with the line. I would say the over 2.5. I see like a 2-1 Netherlands win here. So yeah, I'm on the Netherlands. I also like both teams to score. I like the over as well. So yeah, going with the Netherlands here.
Hot start, man.
Let's go to Tuesday. Tuesday. We'll go to AT&T Jerry World. Ivory Coast taking on Norway. Norway favorites plus 105. Ivory Coast plus 300. The draw is plus 250. The total is 2.5, Joe.
Ivory Coast, right? AFCON champs. They've done really well. I think you look the last game, Norway got blown out. But they did it for a reason. They sat their starters.
They sat 10 starters.
Because they played France. I think they knew that if they went up against France and had all their starters in, they might have gotten smoked the same manner. Not to hot take. even with all their starters at Norway, when I got smoked by France in the same way. They come into this knockout stage with some attitude. We lost to France, but we can make a push. We're well rested, and we could ride on the back of Erling Haaland.
Yeah.
I think you haven't seen a striker like him in quite some time. There's plenty of maestros throughout. You talk about the Messis of the world and the dictator Mbappe and what he's capable of doing with France. But man, Erling Haaland, you get the ball behind him, and bro, he could just take on a team by himself. He really can. Powerful dude, massive guy. And who's to say that Norway can't get the ball to him and from corners, or if they're going to center it from out wide? That's not normally their style of play, but
no.
Erling Haaland is a tall guy. His aerial attacks are there. He can easily get a header, like I said, off of a corner. So I expect that to be the X factor here. Their play off of corners.
And he's well rested.
Yeah, so I mean, exactly. The whole entire team is.
Yeah.
So like I said, with that edge, the size that Norway possesses, the strength that they do, I'm seeing this is actually going to be a tough game for them. I actually think that Norway can win, but it could be 1-0. Erling Haaland goal late, plus 105 for Norway. Even though it's a tight game here, I think they could maybe be a dark horse, Norway. Norwegians could make a push.
I agree, and that's why I like both teams to score. I like Norway on the money line. I like the over 2.5. I think we see like a 2-1 Norway win. I like Haaland to score a goal as well. Those are all my plays for this game. I think it's a really good game. I think Ivory Coast, when they're moving, they could score. They've actually
France.
Yeah,
they beat France in an international friendly. Like Norway got blown out against. So
they scored against everyone. Ecuador, Germany, obviously a Curacao, they won 4-0. But against like good competition, they've scored. They could score against Norway. I think this game is going to be harder than they think. For Norway.
That's why I'm saying it's just as much as Ivory Coast has scored. I just feel like the physical play of Norway, and especially if the refs are going to let them play, because like I said, they may protect Haaland and what he's able to do out there.
Mm-hmm.
I just pump the brakes on the liking the over goals in this, because I could easily see a 1-0 victory either way. I could see it either way.
Let's go to Route 3, MetLife Stadium. We got France and Sweden. Good game in MetLife.
How much are tickets for that to see?
$2,000.
Like, how is that even like fair? How's that real? Like, that just doesn't make sense.
People are just
Adam, go Canada. Hey.
Oh, Canada.
Hey, that was impressive.
Yeah, who could afford that? People are just loaded. Like low-key, people are just got money. I realize. I feel like all these people from other countries are coming here and they're just going to all these games. I'm like, how? I don't get it. I don't think I ever will. Right. Anyway, France coming in undefeated, 3-0, minus 330, 11-1 Sweden. The draw is 5-10. The total is 3.5 here. Juice towards the under, minus 160 towards the under. What do you see here, kid?
I France winning. You
don't like Sweden, huh?
No. Zlatan Ibrahimovic is one of my favorite players of all time. Victor Gyökeres can definitely score. I just don't think France is going to let him. Like, he's their talented scorer for Sweden. To me, Lindelof in the back, like all the guys they have around him, it's just not enough for me. The sheer amount of talent France possesses on the field, that's why they're the favorite for a reason, even more so than Argentina. Here's my thing, though. As much as you may see that France has the capability of scoring with Dembele and Mbappe and all this, they might just simply get 2 up and just shut the door on Sweden. So with that being said, the safer bet for me, even though slightly chalky, I did lay minus 145 for Brazil. I put France minus 1.5. I think they'll win at least by 2 goals, and that's minus 140. I think
it's not bad,
but that's a safe bet. Yeah. 3
plays for me. I'm gonna take 2-leg same game parlay. France on the money line and the alternate goals over 2.5. Yeah. It's at minus 142. The parlay's plus 121.
What does that say to you? 3-0, 4-0, maybe even. You think Sweden can get on the board? I don't think so, bro. I really think
3-0 France win clean sheet. Give me Mbappe to score the first goal at plus 210. I like
Yo,
that
should
as
have had
well.
that the second game
I
of the group
know.
stage when I had him when I had Dembele scoring. He scored, but Mbappe scored like what 10 minutes into the match, and then I
Mhm.
should have doubled down with a Dembele hat trick the game after because
Jeez, yeah.
that's why France won 4-1 to Norway. Excuse me.
Last game on the Tuesday slate, we'll go to Mexico City. Mexico has a home game, taking on Ecuador. Mexico favorite plus 130, plus 290 for Ecuador. The draw is plus 220. Total is 1.5.
Yeah,
Mexico's playing a lot of unders. That's why.
They are, but Ecuador is playing a lot more unders. They're defensively sound here, and I think Mexico is kind of a bully. I think they're getting home field advantage. I think they bully their teams around, and if they're not able to get that ball into the net, I feel like they can fold. I really do, man. Mexico, all I've associated with them throughout history of watching the World Cup has been heartbreak, and they're going to have their heart broken to Mexico City. Give me Ecuador plus 280. As much as Ecuador has inability to score, look what they did against Germany. They won that game 2-1. They can win when it matters most. So even though Mexico themselves are a favorite in this hosting tournament, they get eliminated first round of the knockout stage to Ecuador.
When Ecuador opens up and they don't play such good defense, they can score the ball. They just love to play defense. Yeah. That's why I'm going to take the draw here. I'm going to take the draw here at plus 220.
So all you need is to get 90 plus stoppage time, and then extra time is you cash.
I'm good. Yeah, I cashed. And then hopefully Ecuador wins in extra time, golden goal.
And then I can cash.
Yeah, then you cash. So I don't mind it. I lean under. I think we see a 1-0 game. Whoever wins is 1-0.
Like you said, 0-0 and a penalty. Like this could be our first penalties of the tournament.
That'd be sick.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
I get worried there. That makes me think Mexico could win in penalties.
At home, that it's rigged.
Yo, so that Ecuador, if they're gonna have a chance, they need to score late in regulation or in the extra time if they go to stoppage. So
only 3 games left. We'll just go through the Wednesday card since when we're recording, it's going to be too close to call. Let's go to Wednesday. Noon kickoff right by you. Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta, England, and versus Congo. England, minus 320, 12-1 for Congo, plus 480 for the draw. The total is 2.5. Give me Jude Bellingham anytime goal scorer.
I like that, man. I think he's a threat. Give me, you know what? After the Peruvians uncursed, you saw that, right? Uncursed Harry Kane. Give me Harry Kane anytime goal scorer. Because if you're going with Jude Bellingham anytime goal scorer, and I'm going with Harry Kane anytime goal story, one of them may get a second. Maybe someone else gets it on the mix. I got England. As much as I love the Democratic Republic of Congo and their fandom and what they've doing, especially their kits, the color combinations, absolutely sick. Maybe the best in the tournament. That blue on the red and yellow, awesome. England minus 2.5 here at plus 220. I think they blow them out.
Yeah, I'm going to take both teams to score because I do think Congo will be able to score. England 3, Congo 1. Yeah, Jude Bellingham to score as well. That's my guy. 4 o'clock on Wednesday.
I can see England score 5 goals.
Wow. Even though you just talked up Congo, that's so crazy.
They got uncursed, bro.
Yeah.
Hurricanes uncursed.
Let's go to Seattle. Seattle and the Belgians taking on Senegal. Belgium.
I think the cheapest price tickets I've seen.
Really?
Like $800 for these tickets. Bro.
Not bad.
Not too bad.
Plus 116 for Belgium, plus 275 for Senegal. Draw is plus 220. The total is 2.5. Kid, what do we like?
Brother, I had Ecuador as an upset here, and I think favorites are a way to play, but it's always like watch out for Belgium. If year after year, 2014, watch out for Belgium. 2018, watch out for Belgium. 2022, watch out for Belgium. Here we are in 2026, still saying watch out for Belgium. Boom, they get knocked out by Senegal in the round of 32. Give me the Senegalese plus 270. I think they played a really tough bracket, and they did rather well. Our boy Mal was high on them. Look at the bracket Belgium came out of: Iran, New Zealand, and Egypt. Bro.
And they tied with them.
They barely scooted by. I like Senegal. Going to have to play Norway and France and then qualifying here, scoring the goals that they did. I think they're hungry. I think they're defensively sound, and their pace is better than all the African teams I've seen between Morocco, Ivory Coast, Ghana. I think Senegal might be the fastest with Mane and all them. So give me Senegal to upset Belgium plus 270.
I agree. I'm on Senegal plus 275 as well. I have a ticket for them to make the Sweet 16. So, yeah, I am rooting for them. I'm heavily invested into them. And yes, they've lost two. First game, they didn't allow a goal until the 70th or 67th minute into that France game. They were playing great against France. They were in the game against Norway as well, neck and neck. They only lost by one, and they blew out Iraq. So Belgium, who tied to Egypt, no disrespect to Egypt because they advanced, but they tied to Iran, who's not even, they didn't even score a goal against a team that's not even in the round of 32. And then they beat New Zealand. Okay, that I don't give a fuck about that. Senegal is going to put pressure on you, and they're going to score. I'm taking Senegal. I think this is too big of a number. They should. I think Belgium should be favorite, but not this big.
Not this crazy.
And then last game, because we're going to be recording around this time, USA taking out Bosnia, and Levi's
this big of a favorite. USA,
baby, in Santa Clara. Hopefully, it's not right next to that practice facility next to San Francisco. You heard about that. Minus 270 for the Americans, plus 950 for Bosnia. The draw is 430. Total is 2.5. What do you like?
Goals, actually. My only worry is coming out of the Bosnia-Herzegovina camp. Are they going to be able to get on the board? You know? If it's at 2.5, I probably would like to take the over and the goals here. Makes me want to squeeze the number down for the United States. Obviously, you can tell I was prepared to maybe talk about this on Wednesday, but obviously you see I'm leaning United States. Like, I actually think we're a dark horse in this, not only just based off it being in our home country, but I think we talked about some of the most talented teams throughout their history. I mentioned Netherlands this year. I think this is the most talented United States team we've ever had.
Oh, I agree.
So, besides my turn, give me the United States minus the 1.5. I like the plus 105 because the over 2.5 goals is minus 125. So give me the plus money because I think they win at least by 2 goals. It's a question or not if they're going to get that third, whether it's from Bosnia or if it's going to be from them again. So.
Yeah, I like minus 1.5. I like the team total over 1.5 because if I almost said the Knicks, if the United States score 2 goals, I don't see Bosnia scoring 3 or even close to that. So
they get lucky if they get 1 on.
Yeah, I agree with your assessment. This is the best team I've ever seen. Yeah. And yeah, should be really fun. We're gonna have more on this on Wednesday, but yeah, just wanted to go through that. Kid, anything else before we get to some baseball?
No, I think for soccer, that pretty much did it. And there's a lot more, and I know on Wednesday we'll get into it. We got a week of knockout stages, and then next week we're still not done.
Yep. All right, let's take a quick break, and we will get to baseball. And while we do, we are presented by Kalshi. Kalshi, real money predicting sports. Kalshi is available in a ton of states, and once you trade $10, you get $10 with our promo code ROCK24. That is ROCKK24. That's Kalshi, promo code ROCK24.
You hear Kid, we there? Did
what happened?
It's pouring
is it?
Out there. Yeah, pouring right now.
We need some rain. We're gonna have a drought these next few days. Mets lost again.
You know who loses again as well? The Yankees. Shout out Elvis. Red Sox about to sweep the Yankees.
Are they losing right now?
Bro, they've won. They lost 4 straight games since Thursday. Red Sox beat them Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Red Sox.
Or are they winning tonight? That's the thing.
Red Sox are up 2-0 to the Yankees right now in the end of the 6th.
Perfect. They're gonna have a 4-game sweep. It looks like. I don't want to jinx it, but that's good. Yeah. And now they come back and win. But
we faded them Wednesday, right? Didn't we?
Yeah, we did. We did fade them. Pretty big slate though here for Monday. We do have a couple teams off, but we do still have 13 games. I actually had a few plays that I really like. I'm gonna start with one of the first games between the White Sox and the Orioles. I'm gonna take the South Side here. I am a big fan of Sean Burke. He is really good. 4-1 on the road this year, 3.06 ERA. I really like what I've seen in his last 2 starts against the Yankees, who we just talked about, and the Guardians. Not the biggest Shane Baz fan either. He gives up a lot of hard contact. The Angels just hit him hard in his last start. So, yeah, I think the White Sox win a very high-scoring game. I actually like the over as well in the game. But, yeah, I'll take the White Sox for my first play.
Battle of Pennsylvania and the next one. Literally, I think the next game on the docket as well. I think it's a get-right spot for the Pirates right now, currently just holding above water, 500 on the year. But losing 3, getting swept by the Phillies in our last series makes me think the law averages they got to get 1, and maybe it's just the first start of the series here. So Ashcraft hasn't been too bad. I think he's been better than Nola, so I'm gonna go with them. I'm gonna go with Pittsburgh on the road to get a little even for the Battle of Pennsylvania.
Yeah, I do like that. I like him in the first 5. Ashcraft has actually been really good this year, especially on the road. Think it is a nice bounce back spot here and Aaron Nola stinks. He stinks in my opinion. I actually like the Yankees here. Coming back home, long road trip. It looks like they're about to get swept. Not a big Casey Mize fan. He's not good on the road, and Yankees, they are dying to come home after this long road trip. Ryan Weathers is really good as well. So I'll take the Yankees. I feel like minus 140 is a very fair price for the Yankees. So I will take the Bronx Bombers at home for my second.
It's funny because I was like, man, am I going to back the Yankees? Like maybe it's just a bad weekend in Boston, right? Mm-hmm. Just maybe not feeling it this weekend. I might want to back you. I might want to just tell the Yankees. I didn't have a big pick until the late game. Do you have anything in the middle? In between?
I mean, I'm gonna keep fading the Mets. I actually like runs in the game between Sean Manaea and Trey Savage. Trey Savage, he gets the wins, but he really hasn't looked that good either.
Yeah, the over is higher expectation for him.
Yeah, the over is 4-0 in his last 4 home starts as well. Mets, even though they've been losing, they've been able to score 4 runs at least in the last few games as well. So I think both teams suck right now. I think they're both like 3-7 their last 10. Want nothing to do with the side, but I probably would take an over in the Mets game, if I'm being honest. I like the over in the Reds and Brewers game between Gasser and Nick Lodolo.
I was going to say that's probably an over game right there.
Yeah. Honestly, the Reds, I know Great American Ballpark is usually an over field, but on the road, they're 24-15 towards the over away from Cincinnati. So, yeah, I think we could see some runs there. What else do you like?
Yeah, I was just going late to the Dodgers and the Athletics.
Okay. What do you like?
Just seeing the price on the minus 1.5 for the Dodgers. Just you got the Athletics, and though they seem to be competitive, especially at home, that's a minor league ballpark. I think the Dodgers can take advantage of, and they're in a competitive AL West where they're like what 4th right now, the A's, where the Dodgers are completely owning the NL West, and I think it's somewhat of a talented division out there. So, yeah, I mean, it's really, you look at the teams, it's apples to oranges at this moment in time, though the A's have a bright future with like Nick Kurtz and those guys. But
do you know who's in first in the AL West?
It's like a 3-way tie, ain't it?
Well, all 4 of them are separated by a game and a half.
There's Astros. They're the worst team, aren't they?
No, the worst team is obviously the Angels.
Wow. There's no way it could be the Astros, is it?
No, Astros are 3rd place.
The Rangers? No.
Rangers are 500 in 1st place. Yes, they are. And don't look now. You speaking about the Astros, I like them tomorrow as well. Minus 125, minus 130. I think it's a really good price. Don't look now. They're only 2 games above under 5. They're probably going to win this division. This division stinks. It stinks. They don't even have a 500 team or no above a 500
That's
team.
What I'm saying. It's like, like the Athletics right here against the Dodgers getting that price. It just makes me think to take the Dodgers.
I like them too. I like the Dodgers. I saw them earlier at minus 120 on the money line. And I know a lot of people don't like Eric Lauer, but he's undefeated since coming over. Sometimes a change of scenery is needed in a career. And I think coming over from Toronto where he didn't have the best, it wasn't the best fit. Now he's with the Dodgers. He's undefeated.
Trey Savage, you just mentioned him. What's happening in Toronto?
Maybe that too. So I like the Dodgers. I like the Astros. I don't mind the D-backs minus 134. That's probably the highest I'd go. Erod has answered all my questions. He is good.
Could you play the Mariners, or is that a trap game right there against the Angels?
Mariners have scored over 3 runs one time in the last 13 games. They shouldn't be minus 200 against anybody.
You got to take it's dog or pass, right?
It's dog or pass. I don't want to touch the Angels, but it's an insane price.
That's crazy.
They're not good. The Seattle Mariners are not good. They lost again today, 3-1. They can't score.
Like you said, there's questions to be asked on that team. Like you said, for Rodriguez for the D-backs, I think he's kind of come around.
Yeah, I mean, on the road, yeah, there's some spots where you want to fade him, but at home, he's been great. 184 ERA, batters hitting under 200 off of him, and Giants stink. Tyler Mahle, he's not good. They're not really good against lefties either. I think there's a really good spot for the Snakes. So,
do you know who has the most home runs away from their home ballpark in MLB history? Who would have the most away home runs?
Do I know him?
Yeah, certainly.
Reggie Jackson?
No.
Barry Bonds?
Yes, it's Barry Bonds, the guy who is number one. He not only is the leader of just total home runs, he also has the most away home runs in MLB history.
I thought it was too obvious.
Yeah,
and then I was like,
me too. I was looking at the list and I'm like, you know who has a lot? David Ortiz, like 350.
That's Big
away.
Poppy. Are you kidding me?
Clutch.
You know who leads the league in home runs this year?
Leads the league?
Yep.
In home runs? I just saw P hit 19 and he's not leading, so
he's trash.
Damn. Ben Rice for some strange reason. I feel like I always hear him being mentioned.
No, he's not even in the top 5.
Wow. Is it an NL AL?
NL, he's in our division.
Oh, is that the guy you mentioned earlier this year, James Wood?
No.
Kyle Schwarber again?
Kyle Schwarber. He has 30.
30?
30.
When is July? All-Star breaks in about a week or a half, right? 2 weeks?
Like 2.5. Yeah, 2.5 weeks.
30 before the half is.
He's going to hit another 2 to 3. Yeah.
Easy, bro. I mean, what else do you expect? He bats 250, but he puts up about 50 home runs every year. 100.
Yeah, he's insane. Byron Buxton and Yordan Alvarez and Hunter Goodman all tied for second with 25.
Interesting. Yo, shout out Buxton though. Like
he's the only good player on the team.
That production though, coming from a center fielder, you don't get that power numbers anymore.
The problem with Buxton and I like him, guy can't stay on the field. He gets hurt every year. He's good.
It's like always after a amazing player, him stealing a bag, right, or something like that. It's like, oh,
and he'll slide in and tear ligaments, and it's like,
oh, groin.
Ow!
It's like, damn, bro, I just had you on my fantasy roster.
He is good. I like Buxton a lot, actually. He's good. But yeah, kid, that's it. That's all I got for you. By the way, you did mention it. 2-a-days for the NFL. We are going to start July 22nd. So that is what 1, 2. That's like about a little less than a month.
Maybe some previewing and some college football as well.
Yeah, what's up? I'm down. He had Kobe back on as well. This guy's a maniac.
Oh, dude, that's some of the guys we talk to are just genetic freaks, bro. Like
he previews 138 Division I teams.
That's amazing. Looking like they're opening up the season with North Carolina. The college.
Who is?
NCAA. UNC against TCU and the Aer Lingus Classic, baby.
Oh yeah, week 0.
Dublin, Ireland.
Yeah, week 0 in Dublin. You have North Carolina taking on TCU. Got some good match. What a
great place for a football game in Dublin, bro. They did it with Notre Dame.
Week 0 is amazing. You have San Jose State taking on the Trojans. The Pussy Wolf Pack, North Carolina State taking on the Cavaliers. Oh, you got Hawaii taking on the Cardinals, New Mexico State taking on Florida State, and then the late game, UNLV hosting Memphis. I love those games.
Those games are amazing, bro. Those are great. That Hawaii Stanford game is going to be electric.
Yeah, I love it.
I wish it was Hawaii though.
Yeah. Oh, on the island at 3 in the morning.
Dirty Reg on the last note. I'll do better and try to get the World Cup winner and then bet individual games. So you're saying like trying to build the bracket from the winner and go from there.
Yeah.
That's like a smart way to do it.
Kid, any last words before we get up out of here?
Just lock in, enjoy the rest of the games, elimination games. The fun is over. Now it means it's business time. It means business. So let's see who's last one standing, and I'm sure Elvis will be back Wednesday.
Yep, back
So we get to
Wednesday
talk to-
for
Yeah,
us
that'd be
three.
great.
I did want to congratulate, and you know who did get the last laugh? Finally, my boy Sami Zayn, undisputed. I'm so happy for Sammy. He
Yeah.
finally got it.
He did it.
And I love the crowd. They were like, "You deserve it." And he goes, "Hell yeah, I fucking deserve it." That man's been screwed his whole fucking career. Thank God he got
and
it.
Kevin Owens came out. I mean, they were the best of friends.
Yeah.
I think he's been hurt, and to see Sammy get that success, I think it means a
He
lot.
should have got it in Montreal, but we all can't be perfect.
Hey, he might have been more over in the Saudi Arabia.
He might be. You're right.
He
You're
might
right.
be.
Kid, I appreciate that out of you. Thank you so much. Good luck on all your bets. Enjoy the games, and we will see you guys on Wednesday. Peace.